Okay, so good evening. Can you hear me now?
Yes, good evening, sir.
All right, good evening. Welcome. Welcome to this night class. I thank God that the network is fine this night. So I think the other person
Yeah,
too.
the network is okay.
Okay. So I think we've discussed about everything we want to talk about in this training. And I said we are going to be moving to the practical aspects today.
Yeah.
Okay, so good. In our last class, I talked about that you should choose the right template before you start writing a CV, and then I said you should add the contact information, which is the name, the phone number, the professional emails, and all other ones. So now I
I'm
talked
going
about the
to
personal
talk.
profile, the objective of your CV. You have to write the objective of the
Mm,
CV and all other ones. And I said, whenever you are writing, you need to make sure that the skill that the person have or the skill that you have is very, very important, which you need to put in your CV. It's just normal CV. The only reason why it make it different from normal CV is the arrangement and the way the content inside this actually looks like. I hope you are getting me now. So,
yes, sir.
so I don't know. Let me just share my screen if you can actually see so that I can just show you some examples of CV, examples of bad CVs and examples of good CV. Or I don't even need to show you some examples because I'm sure you should know how bad CV looks like. Shebi now.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So now let's head straight directly to the full practical of it because let me share my screen whether you can see so that if you can see, you can just flow alongside with me as I am doing it. So please, can you see my screen now?
Nope. Yes.
You can see it now.
Yes.
Is it clear enough for you to see?
It's kind of blur, but it's manageable.
Okay, no problem. So far, let's try to just make sure we do something before 30 minutes. At least if it is less than 30 minutes, you'll be able to watch the replay and it's clear. It's going to be like uploaded and you're going to be seeing it fully. So if you want to write a CV
Okay.
for somebody or you want to write a professional CV for yourself, you cannot just use ordinary A4 paper to write it.
Mhm.
Like just going to Word and typing, just like the way normal CV is. So you are going to be following some templates or format online. So we have a lot of formats that you can actually use depending on the type of company you want to send your CV to. So majorly, if the company have, I'm talking in the sense of you writing it for yourself, and I'm going to be talking in the sense of you writing it for other people so that you can know how I personally talk to people when I want to write CV for them. So you need to first understand the company you are writing the CV for. Probably
Okay.
somebody that gave you the job that, oh, please, oh, I heard that you usually write CV. Oh, can you write CV? I want to apply for one company like that. The first thing you need to do as somebody that is writing CV is to make research about the company. Do they have a template that they use in that
I can't.
company? I can hear you. Hello. Hello. What did you say, please? Hello. Can
I
you?
can hear you. I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you were talking the other time. Is the network okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, so like I was saying, I said the first thing you need to do is to make research of the company you are writing for, whether the company has a template. For example, now, if you want to help somebody to write professional CV for Access Bank, Access Bank has their own format their own template of CV that they actually use. So if you submit random templates to them, they will never accept it. They have their own template. So any company you want to write for, you first make your research. How do you make your research? Just go to Google and type it. Does this company have a CV template? If they have, show me some examples. So they are going to show you their examples of this template. But if they do not have, that definitely they will accept any professional CV format that you can actually use. So for you to get a professional CV format, you can easily go to Chrome browser. Maybe you can see my screen very well, please. Please, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can just type it on your Chrome,
Yes, I can see it very well.
professional CV template. You can just type it here. That's the first thing you need to do. You can see that we have a lot of templates that are professional. Majorly, Nigerians don't allow CV that have pictures. So we don't work with pictures CV in Nigeria unless it's on rare occasion that company will request
Nigeria.
a CV that have a picture. So we are not working with CV that have pictures. So you are going to look for templates that is related to what you want to do. So you can see there are a lot of templates here. So you can easily choose any one out of them, and then that is
Mm.
the one you are going to be working with. Do you get that? Now, the first thing you need to do is to just choose that particular template.
Okay.
Maybe the company did not have a template. So now, to make it easier, instead of you looking at templates here, you can easily go to what we know as Canva, the one I was using to show you in the first practical. I hope you can remember very well.
Yeah, very well. Yeah.
Yes. Instead of you going to Google, you can just go to Canva to check that particular template. So this is Canva that I am presently. So let me go to the home page. Then I'll search for professional CV. It's like my network is a little bit slow, but at least it's still fast, small. I hope this network can allow me to do something before 8 o'clock. Okay, so let me use this particular one then. So you can just go to this search bar. Can you see it? This search bar on Canva, just type professional CV template.
Yes.
So once you type it like this, it's going to give you various types of CV templates that you can actually customize for your client or for yourself. The reason why people cannot do this themselves, I'll let you know as we progress in this training.
Okay.
So now they are going to give you a lot of them. As you can see from my screen now, we have this first one, we have this second one, we have this third one. Any template you choose here is a professional template. So we are going to be working with this second one that is very simple, that has no picture, as you can see, or let's try to work with this third one that has no this fourth one that has no picture. Anyone you feel like using, you can scroll down to look at any one that you feel is your client will like, or the one that you feel you like. Just make sure the design is catchy enough. So majorly for Nigerians, we don't like to use this one that have table.
Okay.
Any CV that have table, majorly in Nigeria, company don't accept. So make sure you are looking.
I think we should go for the one that doesn't have picture.
Yes, don't go for the one that have picture. Go for the one that has all these simple templates like this. Can you see where my keyboard is? Where
Okay.
my mouse is? Something that only have lines for
Yes.
demarcation. If you go
Yes.
for the one that has too much table, like this one
Okay.
now, this one, all these things
Mm.
is not really compulsory for Nigerians. Probably you want to apply abroad, that is when you can use all these ones that shows chart or bar or anything. So, but for Nigeria, let's just customize simple one. So you are going to pick any one that you feel it is
Hello?
perfectly okay for what you
Hello?
want to do. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Mm.
Hello, can you hear me? So let's just continue. So
I can hear you, yeah.
yeah, you are going to click on customize.
Yes, I can hear you.
You are going to click on customize. So once that particular thing open, you have
Okay.
chosen the right template. So that is the first thing. I don't know if you can be jotting it, you may jot it down, but the first thing you need to do before you start writing CV is to choose the right template. Now, once you are done choosing the right template, the next thing you now want to do now is to customize it. Now, for you to customize it, please take note of something that is very, very important. There are some things you need to add first at the beginning of your CV, which is very, very important. The number one is your full name. Is number one is the full name. Let me bold this one very well so that you can see. I'm sure you should be able to see this like this. The number one thing is your full name. As you can see, this is the
Okay.
first thing there. The second thing that must follow your full name
Mm,
is your phone number. The third thing that must follow your full name is your professional
mm,
email address. And then another thing that must follow your this thing is your social media handle. If you have probably your Facebook or you have LinkedIn majorly for applying of jobs, because LinkedIn is like a professional social media that deals with professional things. All other social media deals with entertainment, comedy, and all these things. But LinkedIn is majorly for professional stuff. So we advise that anybody that is writing CV for clients, they should include their LinkedIn profile there. So after including the LinkedIn profile, the next thing you need to include is the location of that particular person, whether it is your own or the person. Just make sure the location, the full address of that person is there. So let me edit this one first and put my full name. I'm now putting my full name, Omotayo Akeem. So that is my full name first. So this one now, because this CV is for people that is applying for jobs, so we are just going to remove this particular one, UX designer. I don't need that one because I'm going to be writing this CV as if I'm applying for a job, probably in a bank or in a company. So that because majorly we apply for jobs in a bank. It is only people that have a skill that want to apply for maybe writing jobs or graphic designing job that can follow this particular template. But me, I'm just using this template. I'm going to be using it in a way that we are writing for a company, not for writing of skills. Because I am sure if you want to be working for people, you are going to be working for people that
mm.
want to apply for jobs. Because me, when I write CV for people, I write for people that want to apply for probably big companies like that. So now the next thing you need to put after your name, like I said earlier, is to now put your phone number. But before you put your phone number, you can easily add the phone number alongside with your address. You can add it alongside. But notwithstanding, it should be there. So let me just put the phone number, which is, let me just put one random phone number. If you have two numbers, just make sure you put those two numbers there. I'm just putting a random phone number here. So once you are done, this phone number, let it be a little bit, let it be a little bit smaller. Then you move this one up. Anyone you are customizing, just make sure
Okay.
following the trend of the CV itself. So now here, after your phone number, you remember that I said your LinkedIn address or your professional email. So what is the professional email? Let me just put in my own email, just your email address, the one that is active. That is what they can tag as professional one. The one that when they send you a mail, you will definitely receive the mail. It's not the one that will spam them, because you remember that when you submit a CV to a company, you are going to be submitting a CV in bulk. A lot of people will be submitting. So when they want to reach out to you guys, they are going to send a mail to everybody that, okay, we received your mail and we've acknowledged it. So when sending it, if they realize that your mail is a spam mail, like a mail that is not active, it may affect their own automation that is sending the mail to you. So that is why they advise that you put a professional email in writing your CV. So I'm going to be putting my own. So at gmail.com. So that is the email now. You can let this one too to be a little bit smaller. Let's put that one to the right hand side here. Then the next thing you want to do, you can just put your address. Okay, after this email now, the next thing we want to do is your LinkedIn profile. If you have a LinkedIn profile, you put your LinkedIn profile there. So if you do not have it, it is not
I
complete.
cannot see your system.
You cannot see it. Can you see it now? Hello, can you see it now?
Hello.
You can't hear me? Okay, so let me just continue. When I drop the video, you are going to see everything instead of wasting the time. So let me now say my professional LinkedIn page is Omotayo at
Hello.
I can hear
Hello.
you.
I can't hear you. Hello.
LinkedIn. So
Hello.
no problem. Let me just continue like that. Anytime you are
Hello.
watching the replay, you are going to see
Hello.
everything I'm saying. So now this particular place now you can just put your home address. Let's say number 4,
Hello. I can't hear you. I can't see your screen.
Olokode Street. Then you put everything completely. Lagos. So now that we are done with this particular one, you can see that we have email here, we have the LinkedIn profile here, and then we have the address, complete address is here. So now we are done with the second thing on our agenda whenever we are writing an email. So you remember
No. No.
that the first thing you need to do is to put in your name.
No. I cannot see it.
The
I
second
can't see it.
No problem. I'm sure you cannot see it. Network is fluctuating, but when I drop you the video, I'm sure you are going to see everything clearly. So let me just continue in order for me not to waste time. So we are going to see that we are done with the full name. We have put in the phone number. We have put in our email. We put our LinkedIn profile and our address. So those five things must appear in your email. Now you may arrange it differently. I am arranging my own. I think this is vertically. You can arrange your own horizontally depending on the creativity you are using for your clients. So now the next thing on our agenda is to now write a strong personal profile. Now this is where the work starts. Writing a strong personal profile depends on the client you are working for and the company that your client is actually working for or applying job for. Now, I'm going to be using myself as an example. I want to write this particular CV for a client that is applying for a banking job and the person want to apply as an accountant in a bank. So how do you write that person personal profile? This is where you will see that a lot of people cannot actually write a professional CV if they don't have this particular skill that you are currently having. So how do you go about writing this professional profile of that person or professional summary of that person? Now, the thing you need to do, you don't need to think about it. The person already told you that he is an accountant. Then probably the person may list out for you that you have so skills. So I'm going to be showing you how you can actually write this professional profile. For you to write it, you are going to head straight to what we know as ChatGPT. So let's head straight to ChatGPT. So once you get to ChatGPT, ChatGPT is going to be the one to help us write a professional profile for that particular person that is tailored directly to that person. So let me what is the network is a little bit slow. How I wish the network can go faster. Is this error from my side? Can you hear me from your end? Okay, I get the network is bad. Okay, it's about to rain here. Probably that is why
The
network
network is
is sleeping a
breaking.
little bit.
I can see your screen now.
Okay, no problem. I think my own is moving a little. It's almost 8 o'clock, but notwithstanding, we can. I hope this ChatGPT works on time so that I can easily finish this professional page for you so that we can continue from the fourth thing in our next class. At least we've been able to cover the first one, which is choosing the right template, and we've been able to cover the second one, which is the adding of contact information, where we put in our name, we put in the email address and all other things. So the next thing we want to do is to write a strong personal profile for that person. And I said the person is an accountant and the person have already given you the skill he has. So how do you write a professional summary for that person? So this is what you are going to do. Type to ChatGPT that I want you to write me a professional summary for an accountant for my just be plain with ChatGPT for my client that is an accountant and wants to apply for a banking job, full stop. Then you are going to now prompt ChatGPT in a way that is going to write it as if it is human. When you use ChatGPT to write, please make sure you just use your creativity whenever you are writing so that anybody reading it will not think that this thing is written by AI. This thing is actually written by human. So how do you go about it? Let me show you. So now for you to go about that, you are going to now tell ChatGPT that I want you to write me a professional summary for my client that is an accountant that wants to apply for a banking job. Yes. Now you put it here that I want it to be written as if it it is written by human. And I also want you to add all the necessary skills that an accountant accountant has so that the professional summary can be captivating and inspiring to the employer. So you are going to make sure you are using your creativity to prompt ChatGPT depending on what the client told you about the CV you are writing. So when you prompt something like this to ChatGPT, ChatGPT is going to write you a professional summary that is very, very okay that you can actually use for your client. So let's see what ChatGPT is going to generate for us. As you can see now, ChatGPT said so if ChatGPT have written something that is long like this for you, as you can see that this thing is very, very long. You don't use long professional summary like this. As you can see from my screen here that this professional summary is just like 3 to 4 lines. At least a professional summary shouldn't be more than 4 lines. So you can just tell ChatGPT that this is too long, comma, I want it to be summarized summarized to about 4 to 5 lines. So once you send it to ChatGPT, it's going to summarize everything that ChatGPT has written above. It's going to summarize everything in a very short words that you can actually use in your CV. So let me quickly go through what ChatGPT has written above. Oh, my network is not available again. Let me quickly check what is currently going on. The network is very, very bad. Let me connect it back, whether it's going to go. It's currently raining here, so probably that is why the network is affected. But I hope I can finish this professional summary part so that you can actually learn 1 or 2 things before the next class. It's connected, but it's not showing. It's connected, but it's not showing. I don't know what is currently happening to it now. Okay, so if I cannot do it, just follow this process that I did in getting this particular one. So I said it should do it. It's going to like write it in a very short words, but I'm not sure the network is going to be connected again because the network is a little bit bad. So oh, let me just let me end the I'm going to see you in my next video.